And I specifically remember Julie saying, I know what a 10 beer guitar solo sounds like, bud. And that was it.
But aside from that, the song in general has such a cool underlying theme of the individuality of each person. And, you know, cursive, you all sort of learn to write cursive, and yet nobody's cursive looks the same. I thought it was a really abstract yet very concrete concept.
So I have notes in my phone where I just like write ideas down or one-liners. And this one in particular, I just wrote down when Dave's soon-to-be son, he's just like, he starts his letters in weird places. And then I'm like, okay, how do I build a song around that? And it was, he surfs in cursive. And Dave also used to live in like San Diego. So that's kind of where that started. So I'm like, okay, he surfs in cursive, writes his letters in weird places, starts his letters in weird places. And I'm like, cool, start to a song. So I did not know what it was about at all. And as I now look back at it, it's a song about me as a child, wondering what I would be like as a grown-up. That's 100% what the song's about. It's about things that were important as a kid and are still important as an adult. So it's a cool parallel connected. So the song feels like a fever dream. It's a heroin slouch with clarity. It's slinky, it's blue, it's lights, it's dynamic, and it's proud through all the stages. Julie, I want to hear your take on that.
Oh, that song. Yeah, I remember that now. I'm like, dude, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do here? You know, that one was cool. That one was one I felt more comfortable in, like kind of letting loose a little bit. Just a spacey kind of a dreamlike song. I kind of felt like it was a dreamlike kind of a vibe, kind of a song when I guess that's the word. So I just tried to follow that in my interpretation of the lyrics and just kind of get a little spacey, a little dreamy. But yeah, I think it worked out. It was fun. That was a fun one to do.
I was gonna say I wanna hear from Lucy real quick because I have a question for her. You write very melodic harmonies. You cascade your voice on the back end of some of your notes, but the way that you do it is very like a signature move or something like that. It sounds like it's where you're in your element the most.
Like that was literally just us messing around, and I was like, oh, this could be cool. And then we tried it out, and I was like, yeah, like that could be really fun to throw into the final recording. Like just send it over to Andrew to see what he thinks about the idea. And I like to make sure that like if I know that a solo is coming, it's usually best to like hold a note and then have it hard stop for that solo, just to really accentuate the instruments and everything like that. So I think it's kind of the same idea of just like trying to, you know, accentuate certain things, but make sure that you're not doing too much, you know, and know when to pull back and stuff like that. So I was really excited when he asked me to be on Cursive. I love the song. It's so awesome. I told him it kind of reminded me of like an early Beatles type of vibe.
We have not heard from the rhythm section at all.
I'm so happy to hear from the rhythm section.
It's so different, but it grooves, you know, and it's energetic, and it's like, you know, and there's like room for interpretation too, which I think like playing that live is going to be awesome because, you know, there's so much variation you can do like on the spot, and it's kind of like this, like every time you play it might be just like a little different, you know, kind of thing. And then the outro, like Dooley brought up the idea of kind of like slowing it down, and like I was like, oh yeah, like that's such a cool idea to do, and I'm glad you wrote that, Mark. Yeah, and I didn't know anything about like the meaning behind it. I just, you know, it's just like it just grooved, you know.
This is one of my favorite songs of Mark's. Yeah, everybody was just kind of grooving, and it was really cool, and it's awesome to see friends and people I love just making music together. The songs in E, you know, for a bassist, you're like, hell yeah. You just hammer on the E, and then you hit the low E, and then boom, your job's done. But that's not what the song needed. And I wanted to do it because it's so much fun to do, and it sounds sick. But it's not what it needed. It's kind of behind the beat sometimes, and it kind of has this sort of transient idea. I was just focused on giving the notes that need the most time to give those notes the time, and then have that walk up come down. I just think it's such an interesting song because I think it's probably in some sort of E7, but it does not have that dominant vibe. At least that's not how I was trying to play it. I'm playing a major seventh instead of a diminished seventh, so like that. I mean, it's kind of like a passing note, but I think it sounds really cool. And Mark and I were talking. It was like, so we're like, what are we like? We're gonna be able to re-record some parts because he was like, nope, that's it. And I'm like, you know what? Respect. I love it.
we were like, end of the night. It's pretty late. We're feeling pretty good, and we went and grabbed hand percussion. Yeah, we all had different hand instruments, and we came back in and we recorded those layers of percussion. And I have pictures and videos of Tim and Austin together playing hand drums, and that was one of the highlights of the weekend for me, dude. Like, you guys were shining.